on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Ruston, Louisiana, Joe IA Stadium, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech. Coming out with it, it's Wiggins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The Bulldogs offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
To the air, it's Bullock. Got it in the middle, it's Finley. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, he's got some space. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he's got a chance. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip.
Breaks into the open. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Hilltoppers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Westbrook.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Got a man, it's Hart. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open spaces. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hutchison. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Give to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
A run for the quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Bullock. Pulls it in, it's Wiggins. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Gandy. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
At the 27, 4th down coming up.
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Trying play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hart. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field, because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big play for him.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Caught behind the line. It's Hutchinson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes a hit as he fires. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To throw, it's Bullock. Under fire. He's past the 30. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. The throw with the catch. It's Wiggins. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. They'll immediately call timeout. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. They're setting up the screen. Turning it on. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. Finds his tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Makes the grab. Made a defender miss. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle, it's Hutchison. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Flowers. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Ruston. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Joe in Lincoln Parish.
Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Makes the grab. It's Hutchinson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Man, here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
The Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Bullock. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
They kick it away on 4th down. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Got a little space. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Quick completion on the out. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
3rd down play from the gun. Here's a heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And the Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. And the returner goes down. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Bullock. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. There he goes! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
17 on the play. First down for your Bulldogs.
And the Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Gandy. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Bullock. Finds his man, it's Gandy. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
The give to the back. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. The short hands, it's Wilkerson. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Now on second down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Got the first down and still on his feet. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
The Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Now they'll try the right side. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback, because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defenses and try to keep the football in front of them. If you want to throw it short, they're just going to rally to the ball and just bleed this game out.
Second down coming up. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Flowers. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Henry. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Off play action. Pressure coming. He's in open space downfield. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
The Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Westbrook. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Hilltoppers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Still running at the 35. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, this is an offense that really prides themselves on running the football, and there was no question they were going to go for it there on 4th and short. Not only did they get the first down, they rip off an explosive play on the ground.
The Hilltoppers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Myers. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to throw. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.